Week two offered what looked like a golden opportunity for the New Orleans Saints to secure their first victory of the 2025 regular season. San Francisco 49ers, their opponent, came into the Superdome without several key players due to injuries, creating a potential opening for the Saints to capitalize. However, much like last week, the Saints found themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard as the 49ers escaped with a 26-21 victory to improve to 2-0 on the season, while the Saints fall down to 0-2 for the first time since 2017. To break this game down for the Saints, they open the drive, in rhythm. Move the ball efficiently on the first drive. Oh, they moved the ball pretty well to me. So until they got into the red zone, where Chris Olave and Spencer Rattler just couldn't get on the same page. Had a touchdown right there. After that, so you go to your field goal kicker, Brett Grupe, and guess what he does? Miss a field goal. Something that I said in previous videos, my last two videos, the Saints cannot afford to miss field goals in this game. And lo and behold, they go out there and they do that. They miss a field goal. So that's 3 points, 3 and 6 points you couldn't get right there on the opening drive. So to follow that up, tight end Jawan Johnson, he missing multiple passes. He dropped two passes that would have been huge for this team as they got the ball back. Two huge drops he had. But he redeemed himself with a touchdown in the second quarter, I believe. But his mistakes, along with his bounce back, touchdown pass, reception, is a larger theme for the Saints. Whereas moments of promise overshadowed by costly mistakes for the most part. As for the 49ers, they look pretty good. They look pretty good on the Matt Jones. Not great, but look good. And they performed a lot better. Their offense performed a lot better compared to week one, where they had multiple turnovers by the quarterback position. Matt Jones led the offense. I thought it was pretty good. Completed 26 of 39 passes, 279 yards, three touchdowns, sacked three times, but it don't matter. And had a rating of 113.1. Huge game for him. And if he keeps this up, this is going to go a long way for him towards his development. Not even his development, but opportunities to start again with another team, possibly. His top target, Jawan Jennings, didn't even look like he was hurt. Jawan Jennings had 5 catches. He was a leading receiver. Had 5 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, he accounted for 107 all-purpose yards today. 13 carries, 55 yards. 6 catches, 52 yards, one touchdown. He was wide open multiple times in this game. They could not deal with Christian McCaffrey today. The Saints defense. You know? And that's why I said a few days ago, even though this team is depleted to a certain extent, they're still dangerous. You still had Nick Bosa. You still had Fred Warner. You still had Christian McCaffrey. You had Jawan Jennings. You still have Kyle Shanahan, the play caller, you know. But let's bring it back to the Saints. Spencer Rattler. This was his best outing as a Saints starting quarterback. This was his best outing. You know, completed 25 of 34 passes, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, rating of a 118.1. He was sacked 3 times. He didn't turn it over. It wasn't perfect, but it was a lot better than what we have seen from him in the past. It wasn't perfect, you know. Offense still have to work on those kinks, man. They still got to cut down. They got to cut down on those penalties if they want to win these games. The penalty. If it wasn't for these penalties and in-game miscues like drops, this team would be 2-0 right now because the defense was doing its job. The defense had its moments where they were getting it done. You know, even in defeat, it was clear that the Saints they have a young quarterback with room to grow, that has the potential to show growth long term in Spencer Rattler. But he has to continue to do this. On the ground, Alvin Kamara, I thought he was efficient. 21 carries and 99 yards. They still haven't targeted him. He had 6 catches, 21 yards. Still not getting the ball enough through the air. But I see it's getting there. Chris Olave, they got him and Rattler got to get on the same page. 6 catches, 54 yards. He had some drops in this game. Rashid Shaheed, 4 catches, 52 yards. He had a touchdown. Juwan Johnson had the other touchdown. He had 5 catches, 49 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 2 catches, 26 yards. The big target, Devon Villay, he had 1 catch, 3 yards, but he had a touchdown to put, I think, the Saints back in the game within reach of getting the lead. Kendrick Miller got man, look, Kendrick Miller got to get the ball more as well, man. 5 carries for 8 yards. Come on, it's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. You know, red zone efficiency 205 during the trips to the red zone. That's improvement from last week, but Blake Grupe's missed 42 yard missed field goal attempt and Juwan Johnson's drops cost points against the 49ers. Something that you cannot do. You see, you just cannot do. You know, penalties were an issue. That has to get cleaned up. Defense, those struggles the defense had was costly. It was costly today. They had the stretches where they did show strong play, generating pressure, forcing the 49ers into long, down and distance situations. But yet, this unit often appeared short when the game called to swing the momentum towards the same side. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, and vice versa. The offense couldn't do it. But they showed some growth, man. I did like some things I saw in this game. I did, especially at quarterback. I like some things I saw, and um, and I told y'all this in the past as well. Don't really focus on what the record is, but instead observe if this team is showing some growth. There's a lot to clean up, but they're showing growth. They're fighting back because they could have easily laid down and get blown out. It was right. It was right there for them to lay down and get blown out, but they fought hard. They got to capitalize, man. They got to have better play calling. Got to happen down the stretch, man. I know winning is not a QB stat. That's what people say. And Spencer Rattler is showing improvement, but that win, that first W, can go a long way in regards to Spencer Rattler's um, progression, in regards to his confidence. So up next they play Seattle. We'll see how that all play out, man. But they also face a familiar face with the Seahawks, Clint Kubiak. He's now the Seahawks offensive coordinator. He was with the Saints last year and didn't work out, and a lot of y'all know why, because of the injuries and Dennis Allen's, incompetence as a head coach. So we'll see how that all play out. That's all I have for y'all for right now. Have a blessed day. I'm out.